Oh, there it is. Yeah, work that ass. Work that ass and work those beautiful shoulders. Yeah. Come on, let's peek those glutes. Look, there we go. There we go. Yeah.
Hey, man, what the hell are you doing?
Well, dude, I'm doing sumo high shrugs with my On It kettlebell, my chimp bell.
Hey, bro.
Oh, dude, I'm peeking my rump right. Oh, there it is.
Hey.
Oh, isolating my glutes.
Good news.
Oh, God, I feel like I'm, you know what?
No, hey, bro.
What, bro?
You realize they can't see you right now, so it sounds like you're doing something else with your kettlebell.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Exercise creates a euphoric feeling, especially on these On-It equipment, because it's such good quality. I'm burning right now. My thighs are Oh, come here and secure my hips, please. Oh, my butt.
You look like you're about to bust.
Oh, I'm about to bust. Yeah.
Wow, man, you look good. And if you want to look good like the kid, go to onit.com and get your chimp kettlebell, your orangutan kettlebell.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're a big boy, get that Bigfoot.
I made a mess.
Yeah, you made a mess.
Yeah, I made a
sweat.
mess.
Yeah, because it sounded like you're doing something else to the
My
listeners.
rumpy rump is a little sweaty right now.
rump.
Got swamp butt.
My boys at Box and Burn, the whole squad from Box and Burn was at On It Academy doing a certification, worked out with all those guys.
None of that shit matters to me. I'll tell you what.
They came back and they were saying how and they've all, Tony's been in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Glenn's one of the top trainers in freaking California. He's my trainer. I've worked with so many all over. He's one of the best I've ever worked with. They came back and they said, we've never seen anything like that.
Oh, no, it's the best gym in the world.
We've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, best gym in the world. I think. I envy that. I literally was like, I would live in Austin just for the gym. Because you'd be in such sick shape, and then you got the shakes there. It's all ridiculous.
I told Tony, I said, what's your takeaway from going to On It? He goes, just their work ethic. I said, no. Everyone who works there is gorgeous.
Well, everybody there has a fucking cakes for an ass.
Box and Burn, you got all dudes.
Yeah.
So if you want to be like them, we're going to have to enhance this process.
You can get some very athletic-looking women.
LA girls.
Yes. I'll tell you what I care about, and none of that stuff matters to me at all. There was a picture we posted on Instagram at the Galaxy soccer game, and you just see my back, and one of the comments was, I swear to God, Bryan Callen's on steroids. Now,
you should reply back, nah, bitch.
It's called On It. It's called On It.
Nah,
That's
bitch.
what I'm on. Yeah, I'm not on steroids. I'm not on testosterone. I'm not on human growth.
There's no TRT here.
I'm on ONNIT.
Oh, man. Get 10% off. Go to onnit.com/fighter. 10% off.
Oh, man.
Have all your friends ask you on Instagram, you on steroids? Nah, bitch, I'm on it. Onnit.com/fighter. 10%
Oh,
off.
man.
And if you're feeling froggy and need a new workout, go to onnit.com/academy for the best workout advice, nutrition, all that stuff. Get your keto kid on. Mm-hmm. Get your keto
Hey, man,
kid on.
you and Rogan setting that example has ushered in quite a movement, I feel, at least among our listeners.
The revolution is
Hey,
here.
by the way, just want to thank...
I cheated on my diet.
You did.
Just in Philadelphia, though. Because I had
a piece of
pizza. No pizza. Remember, I turned the pizza down.
Yeah.
In New York, turned the pizza down. What I had was a delicious Philly cheesesteak in Philadelphia, the best place.
You did. But you did have...
And
hold on.
Shit my pants.
No, you did have 2 bites of pizza. You had 2 bites of my pizza.
I did try
in
the
New York,
pizza.
and then it was so good that we were in Boston. He looks at me and goes, hey, dude, New York pizza, how good was that, huh? I was like, hey, dude, you got to get out more. You're talking about pizza 2 days later. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Nashville, to frickin' New York City, to Boston, which was insane, and Philadelphia, just as insane.
Good Lord.
I mean,
best run we've ever had.
They came out. We packed every theater.
Every
I mean,
theater.
when I saw Nashville, I was like, oh, good, full house at Zany's. And then, Trocadero is awesome, but it's only like 450 people. And then we got to the Wilbur in Boston.
Well, Trocadero's Philly, yeah.
I'm sorry. We got to the
about
Gramercy. And then we got to 450 about. No, it's actually 450. And then it is, I promise it is. Look it up. You can see. It doesn't matter. We then went to the Wilbur, and we were 900 plus strong with the rowdiest mofos. That's Boston for you. What'd I tell you? Said, just wait.
Them boys were wild.
You think New York is aggressive? Check out Boston.
New York wasn't aggressive. You did warn me, but New York wasn't aggressive at all.
Too much money in New York. Too many yuppies.
I don't know. It's that.
Boston's working
That's our
class.
fan base, but New York was cool. But then Boston, the problem there is they were white girl wasted, chocolate wasted.
Oh, there was
when we got there.
Oh yeah, there was some
There was
drinking.
dudes who were like, fan questions. Oh. Hey, fucking Callan, man.
It was almost a rap.
Hey, Callan.
Yeah.
I see boxing all the time. You ever think about jiu-jitsu ever? Hey, bro. I went, hey, man, let's sober up before we ask questions. I went,
What?
fuck you.
Hey, who won a fight? You or Joe Rogan? Shab, you or Rogan? I was like, well, all right.
Is there any other question? Hey, fucking Shab. Who had the biggest dick? I don't know, man. I was like, all right, well, sit down.
But for the most part,
but then
phenomenal
you told
crowd.
me, you went, yeah, Boston's a little rugged. Philly's going to be worse. Philly was great.
Oh, yeah.
Philly had some of the brilliant questions we've ever had.
They were all great.
Educated questions.
They were all great. It was just that
they're all great.
They were all just
there's a
some
couple
crowds
guys in Boston.
Boston's
going to
be Boston is an aggressive town. Boston is you can look at a dude wrong or wear the wrong shirt and get in a fight in Boston. It's a rough town.
So Boston's my favorite city on the East Coast by far. Great. I love fucking Boston.
Yeah.
But in Philadelphia, we're at this, it's like, it's an urban Philly steakhouse. I think what's it called? Joe's South?
Yep.
South Philly cheesesteaks?
Yeah. Jim's.
South.
Yeah.
South chili.
By the way, fucking delicious.
Yeah, they were amazing. But so, these guys are there. It's pretty packed. It's like 2 a.m. And I'm getting something to drink. And I go, I'll just take a water, man. I was like, if I'm going to have a cheat meal, I'll take a Diet Coke. I went, I'll have that Diet Dr. Pepper. But then I see a whole row of like specialty diet drinks. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll have that Diet Root Beer. The guy turns around and goes, pretty tough, right?
I remember, yeah.
Which one you fucking want? Which one do you fucking want? You got me touching all the fucking cans here. I went,
and he was dead serious.
Dead serious. I went, I'll just, you know what? Give me that one. No, give me that one.
He was literally.
I was like legit pointing. My brother goes, I'm glad that guy did that to you. He goes, you're becoming like Bryan. How about the guy in Boston? We sit down at this nice restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
And Bryan goes, he's asking so many questions. I went, good Lord, man. And then Bryan goes.
And he's kind of a hipster.
He was
kind
cool,
of
dude,
he wasn't a rough guy, kind of a hipster.
Bryan keeps asking all these questions. My brother rolls his eyes at me. I'm like, man, how long is this guy going to put up with this? And Bryan goes, hey, man, are your oysters fresh? And finally he's had enough. He goes, nah, man, they're old. Smell. I get them at the fucking river down there. They're old as shit. What do you want?
No,
he goes, you know what? I'm not asking any more questions.
Yeah, I'm not answering. He goes,
I'm not asking any more questions.
Are they fresh? He goes, are they fresh? No, I got them in the gutter in Chinatown when they threw the ones that didn't work out. That's the ones that I was going to serve you. I'm not. He goes, you know what? I'm not answering any more of your questions.
And I went, good for you, brother. I'm going to give you a bigger tip.
The whole table and the waiter turned on me.
We finally, shit. God damn it.
Yep, good meal.
A great meal. We had a fun time though, man. And then shout out to everyone who came out. We love you guys. We absolutely love you guys. It was amazing. Best experience we've ever had on tour yet. But we get done with that. Straight from the plane to the LA Galaxy game where we were a couple 1-2 coin flippers.
We sure were.
I've never been to a Galaxy game.
Do you know I didn't see you turning to the camera going, I'm going to flip this coin so hard.
You didn't see that?
I saw that on Instagram. I was laughing so hard. I'm going to flip
this coin
so hard.
I was dead serious.
How about me thinking all the soccer players were big guys?
We walk in, Bryan goes, I'll tell you something about these soccer players, man. They're big boys. People think they're big athletes.
People think they're small.
I went, Bryan, no, they're not. They're just not. He goes, no, dude, they're big. And I went, all right. We get close. Bryan goes, holy shit, these guys are tiny. I went, yes.
I was towering over the captains. Hello, boys.
I'll tell you what, dude, I didn't even know that. It was literally 20 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
The Home Depot Center.
It's fun. It's a fun thing to watch.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
They got hooligans.
Oh, yeah.
They had like their fucking LA Galaxy hooligans like it was the Premier League.
Banging that drum. Those guys were shouting and banging on that drum for an hour and a half.
Dude, shout out to LA Galaxy, man. That was so fun. I would 100% go back to another game.
It was a good time.
It was great.
I love it.
It was really cool.
I forgot how much fun going to a live game is like that. That's always a good time. Yeah, Not giving that food away, though.
It was weird. You guys kept complaining about that.
Sprinkle.
I meant to say something to you. Bryan buys like a hot dog, all this stuff.
$70. He goes,
$70 for all this stuff. I went, yeah, well, yeah, you're at a live event. Yeah,
I kept saying fucking.
You guys
bullshit.
kept complaining about it. You got in for free. They gave you an authentic jersey for free.
I know.
And parking for free.
I was complaining about the tacos, but I got to tell you, because they sprinkled some chicken meat on some. They were delicious.
Yeah, it was weird. You guys
small but delicious. They were small but delicious.
I thought it was awesome, man. I left with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, it was a smart idea because you get pretty caught up in traffic.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You got to leave. Got to leave a little bit ahead of time. By the way, they tied and they didn't do a tiebreaker. They just said that's a tie, and it was like, huh?
The only way the LA Galaxy scored a goal was the San Jose Quakes kicked it in for them.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
you know,
man.
I've always said they're people that I want to be reborn. You know, I want to come back as a rock and roller or something. For me to be a European soccer player with long hair, the kind of hair I have to wear a bandana for.
I hear you, bro.
That's what I'm talking about.
Dude, they do have a great life. Guaranteed money. They get paid. But
Oh, dude, I didn't realize that. Gerard, you looked this up.
$17.2 million for
14 years.
Time. Yeah. Well, he's a captain.
He averaged $17 million for 14 years.
Some regard him as the third best
Holy-
player ever in English.
Okay, so you're gonna make some
soccer
real
history.
money.
Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
that's crazy money.
Beast.
Jesus.
I like that guy. Shook his hand. When we were out there on the field, I felt like playing. We get smoked, but I wanted to just jump in there at goalie.
I'm pretty quick on my
I
feet.
want to
bro.
jump in there at goalie.
Yeah.
Hey, can you imagine? Think about the pressure. I was thinking about this, the hardest jobs in sports. Can you imagine being the starting goalie for Team England and there's something on the line, like the World Cup's on the line? You're the starting goalie. Hey, man, can't have any mistakes because the entire country is banking on you having
My
shit
God.
together.
My God. Yeah. No, you don't want to mess around.
I was thinking about that because before the game they did look nervous, which is expected. You know, they're professional athletes. You're going to be everyone. You know, it matters to them. And then I looked at the goalie and he looked, you know, pretty nervous. And I thought, holy! I didn't even think. I've never been in a soccer game. I thought, holy shit! Can you imagine being the goalie of like Team USA when we were doing that run? And just, I mean, the goal goes by. It's kind of like, yeah, the defense made some errors, but. Hey, man, you're the only one we see on ESPN Sports Center missing the ball as it goes through the goal.
No, thank you.
What a beast of a job.
I don't know.
Imagine how talented those guys. This is the other thing.
That's so much pressure. What's more pressure? That or a punter in the NFL?
That's the worst question you've ever asked me in my entire
I
life.
knew that because football players get mad at punters.
Hunters don't
They're not even part of the-
at all. They're not even part of the game. It's not even compared.
That's what they always say about all the other football players.
would
Are
you
like,
ask that, though?
I'm not fucking. He's not part of the team. And when a punter misses,
You just made a
apparently,
kicker.
Hunters
apparently
don't
it's a
miss.
very
You
lonely.
mean a kicker, field goal kicker.
Oh, I'm sorry, a field goal kicker. Oh shit. Oh shit. I said that on live
You're an idiot.
in America.
You've ruined my day.
I meant
You've ruined
field
my
goal
fucking day.
kicker.
So
Fuck.
all I was gonna say is as a like a Premier League guy, you got to remember they have the Premier League, and then they don't really have off seasons. They're playing for national team, world team. They're doing all this
Yeah,
stuff. There's
yeah.
no off season.
No, but what about a field goal kicker? That's a lot of pressure.
Not, I mean, kind of. You're just kicking it through the
Big
big difference.
Only
between
when
that
it
and a
comes down
goalie.
to the last couple
That's, man, and
seconds.
you're also just, goalie? What?
Yeah.
And also,
Goalie's
fuck,
sick.
man. As a goalie for like Brazil or something where soccer is life, what?
Yeah, it's nuts.
And you got Ronaldo trying to kick that fucking ball through your face?
Yep.
What a
And do you
job.
see how fast? I was watching the Galaxy. I was behind the net watching how fast that ball comes at you. Oof.
I told our publicist, I said I would pay good money for that ball to hit Bryan in the face. And I said, and first I want to get that on camera. You just being like, oh, this is a...
Oh, that would hurt.
I had a buddy when we were playing lacrosse. We like played before, and then DU was playing. We were young. He was standing behind him going there warming up. He was talking to these girls, and they're like taking practice shots. Dude, hand to God, a ball goes boom right in his dick.
Oh no.
He goes, ah, ah.
That
He falls to the
That
ground.
noise is
and he
so-
goes, "Ugh, ugh." These girls are like, oh my God, you're right. I'm like, I should be. I'll just kind of wear it off though. Huh?
walk it off, bro. You walk it off. Hey, bro.
Tears.
Roll it off. Roll
Hey,
it off.
tears.
Laughing so hard.
Tears. No, him.
Dude.
So much pain, he felt like throwing up.
Oh my God. I was.
Yeah, out for a very long time.
I'm by the elevator in college. All of us hanging out. My legs are crossed, and I'm like doing my karate shit, like joking around. My buddy from behind me just kicks me lightly between the legs, like, but my balls were hanging.
hate that shit.
Just kicks me, and he didn't mean to. He just kicked. He hit me right at the bottom of my balls, right at the bottom of my
Talking about
balls, where my balls hang, the most
Yeah.
sensitive part of your balls. Just kadoosh.
You got a set of balls on you too.
Yeah. You ever have a girl? Sorry, this is
He
crude.
does
You
have
ever-
some
but
big
this is
old
kind of
balls.
crude.
I'll
You
give
ever,
him
you
that.
ever have a girl go, your balls, hold them, and then they go, and they're like, boom, and you're like, hey, this is not a fucking marble, bro.
You're talking like they're two fucking gobstoppers.
Yeah, hey man, this ain't a gobstopper.
It's not a milk that bitch.
Hey, you angry fucking squirrel. Those are my nuts. All
Hey.
right? I don't need you to suck them right.
Yeah,
Don't do this. Like the way you do, like
don't suck on the
It's
balls
not a jawbreaker. Get that thing.
It's not a fucking gobstopper.
I don't need it all the way in your mouth. It already makes me nervous because you might be a psycho. Something might click.
Yeah, this isn't Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, bitch.
I'm very nervous about that.
This is Bryan's fucking house.
Right. Want to give him a couple licky licks? That's fine. But just let's not.
If you want to give him the old jingling, jingling.
You can
jingling.
Jingling. Give me a reach around. Whatever you want to do. That's fine. Just don't be.
A reach around.
Well, when they reach between you hit him from behind.
Oh, word.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But
I call it the jingling.
But let's not get the whole fucking nutsack in your mouth. Right?
Hey, and yours is a mouth.
I got it.
Bryan's balls are like those burgers on the Carl's Jr. commercial.
Oh, yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. No, that's the Arby's on.
I got
bum, 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 bum. That's what it should do. Well, as soon as you drop your balls, that song should play.
Hey.
Bum, 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 bum.
Bottom line, guys.
Bottom line?
Bottom line.
You liked.
Bottom line. A pelican would have a tough time getting my fucking scrotum in his mouth. All right?
Bottom line here?
You better be a pelican, and even then, there's going to be some spillage. All right?
Bottom line, you better be a human-sized squirrel to swallow those nuts.
Oh, yeah. Who wants to be an angry squirrel? Because that's not going to be good enough. I don't care how flexible your cheeks are. You got to be a pelican.
You better be a giant snake to fit that dick in your mouth.
That's right. Anybody? Hey, anaconda.
Isn't it weird
girl?
how they can just let their jaws go and just swallow huge prey?
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you something really, really fucking crude. But there was a girl I met, and then she worked at a store, a coffee shop, and then we started texting, and then I don't even know if we were texting. This was like a long time ago. And she...
You were sending written notes?
This was like... No, I don't remember.
You're sending dirty written notes? Like, was there dirty written notes? Like,
this was like 2006, so if texting was still around. Anyway.
You might have paged each other.
Yeah, so she...
Star
I go and
69.
meet her at this coffee shop. She was a freak.
In L.A., bro?
And she told me that she's always wanted a deep throat. She told me she could deep throat. And I was like, that's going to get my attention. It's going to get my attention. I mean, because you're obviously.
Oh, my pervert meter goes ding ding.
Yeah, you're telling me that, and you've known me for.
I
2
go,
hours. Yeah. So.
That's like telling Bryan. That's like telling Bryan you played for the Chicago Bears. You know what?
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. So, in a doorway in Hollywood, in a doorway on the street, she goes, "You want to see?" And I was like, "I absolutely do." And she.
Yeah, well, you don't have to do that.
But then when she would pull out, she'd go. I can't believe I'm telling that story. She'd go, oh, and she'd go.
That bitch was grasping for air.
Watch.
Dude, it sounds like she's trying to commit suicide.
I was like, hey, man, this is very noisy. And then I was like, Gadoosh.
Gadoosh!
Hey, Gadoosh. Anyway.
Welcome to the Bryan factory, bitch.
She came right back up for a kiss, and I was like, maybe on the cheek. All right, now.
And go ahead and suck on this ear.
But some girls get
Brian.
ball happy. Hold on, let's go back to what we were talking about before I talked about pelicaning my balls.
We'll just keep going. We don't have to backtrack. How about I posted it on my Twitter? Yeah, got weird. I posted on my Twitter. I showed you too. How about homeboy wanted to commit suicide, so he jumps butt naked into the lion exhibit. Oof. But how about he's chilling there for a grip, and the lion's like, what is going on here? They're like playing with his dick, slapping his ass. They're all like sniffing him. And then finally someone's like, oh, I guess this is food today. And they started biting him. Started trying to kill him because he wanted to commit suicide. Wow. He had a suicide note.
They probably didn't know what the fuck was going on. You did it with crocodiles, you're going down. Lions will take a minute, I guess.
I don't think so. Maybe those bitch-ass tame lions. But
yeah.
In the wild, you jump in there like in one of those safaris, then you go, huh?
Yeah.
Rip your face off.
Although lions, have you ever watched?
So homeboy jumps in there. The lions are like playing with him. And then finally they're just like, well, I guess this is food. This fool has a giant male lion in full guard. He's grabbing its mane. His legs are wrapped, dick in his face.
Yep.
And the lions are still, they're still not fucking him up.
Yep.
And then finally one's like, all right, it's food. They start fucking with him. And kids are watching, people are watching. They say they're covering kids' eyes because it's pretty graphic. Yeah. They start to eat them. And I guess the people at the zoo, I forget where it is, somewhere foreign, obviously. At the zoo, they think some guy fell in.
Yeah.
So they kill the 2 lions. How fucked up is that?
What a bummer.
There was 3 lions though. One lion was like, "Nah, I'm not into this shit."
Well,
man.
You know what? What lions do is
how fucked up is that though? That's the worst part of the story.
Yeah.
Is they had to kill the lions, and this dude trying to commit suicide.
Yeah. Yep. Well, in Thailand, a woman jumped into the crocodile thing and just got eaten right away. did the same thing.
Oh,
She would have
yeah.
suicide.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it, don't jump in the lion one
No.
because
Polar bears will kill you quick. Crocodiles will kill you quick.
Crocodiles.
Here's the thing about lions.
Rip your face
the
off.
Maasai, this is crazy. When a bunch of lions are eating a gazelle, the Maasai in a group, they'll walk like 3-4 strong right at the lions, and the lions run away. And they'll cut off a piece of the meat and take it with them. They'll steal a lion's meat. They can actually walk straight toward the lions, and you can see it. You can actually YouTube it.
These are like
People from the Kalahari Desert, the Maasai warriors, and that's how they hunt the Maasai Mara. They'll literally
just run up to the
They
lion's
walk
food.
straight up deliberately, right up to those lions, 4 of them, and those lions look, and they're eating. They're in the middle of eating, and they dart away, and
This
then
is
they
my
watch.
skeptical hippo face.
Hey, bring it up, Evan. Bring it up. Yeah, I couldn't
find
believe
that, Evan.
it. For real.
Dude, that's gonna be tough. No, I
They-
believe
The last 2 things Countess told me to look up is that and what was it? The Mr. Hands video that he wanted to watch in the middle of the show.
I can't watch that.
People have been tweeting me, bro. I watched Mr. Hands. It was disgusting.
Yeah, that was probably the most tweets I've got saying that. Like,
My
we
wife,
might have taken it a little far.
People go, I can't eat Cinnabon anymore.
Icing.
My
My wife, who's a huge horse person, goes, this is what she said. I listen to the podcast. Oh, that poor horse.
the poor
I
horse.
was like, yeah, you a horse person?
Hey,
or
man.
what? What do you mean the poor horse? The horse got jacked off and got to get his rocks
no, he
off.
didn't get jacked off.
Well, he got
busted
didn't
his
he
ass.
didn't he get prepared?
No, he
Oh.
just busted that dude's ass.
Oh, so they didn't
Yogurt
get the
land,
horse
son.
going. All right, well.
Either way, the horse was ready to enter that
not
asshole.
not poor horse.
No, poor the guy
guy
died.
died. Yeah, that's a horse person. That's when you know somebody likes horses more than people.
A little too much.
Yeah, poor horse.
Yeah, that must
Hey,
be it.
excuse me. The horse got its wang worked. By the way,
Yeah, please.
stallion.
Man,
Horse had his balls.
Yeah, I've never seen a horse with a small one though.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
You reminded me of something. I can't remember what it was. God, committing suicide that way. Come on, man.
Yeah, not the way to do it, man.
Lions with leones?
Leones?
Yeah.
Beast. How about I gotta go out of town this Saturday? Back on the road, my man. I'm doing my first commentary world championship fight.
That's
World
pretty
championship
cool.
fight. Sugar Shane Mosley, CBS.
Wow.
I know. CBS Sports. Yeah.
Yeah. Did Sugar Shane ask you to do that, or who asked you?
No, whoever's running it, the management's doing
Wow.
it. Yeah.
That's
Should
pretty
be
cool.
fun though, man. Yeah.
Who's Sugar Shane fighting?
He's fighting a Russian kid who, I mean, if Sugar Shane can't beat this kid, we'll know where he's at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's and then his son's the co-main event. Sugar Shane's son's the co-main event. Kind of
Wow.
cool. It's in Arizona.
His son's a
Glendale,
big kid,
Arizona.
man. We watched him spar.
Can hit too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
big kid.
Should be fun, man.
That's
I'm a little
wild.
nervous about it.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Just you know me, I'm balls deep in boxing, but
It's a specific thing, isn't it? I mean, you
yeah,
know
it's a
boxing,
language.
though.
I know boxing, but and the guy I'm doing with this Stephen Kim's a beast boxing.
So
He
what do
has
you?
his own
What is your
podcast.
job?
Color. Yeah.
Yeah.
Making dick jokes on the side and
There
stuff.
you go.
Talking about Leones.
There you go. God, that guy's a real Leone in there,
How
huh?
about that Leone?
He's not a crocodile, but he's a real Leone.
They're all, you know what, man? Just shut the fuck up.
He's got. Well, how many LBs is that guy anyway? Just start abbreviating, talking weird.
It's just weird stuff.
What's he about? 147 LBs, or
It's like what Bryan and I did this thing for NFL Network. Now, this would be the equivalent of our publicist setting us up at the History Channel.
Oh my
I know
God.
very little. Don't get me wrong. I have 2 degrees from a university. However, if I can't get balls deep in history like Bryan can, but I can get balls deep in football.
Yes, you can.
So they set us up at NFL Network in Jersey. We go there. We found out very fast. See, I thought it was me and Bryan together on camera. Oh no, they do it one-on-one.
Uh-huh.
And I thought I was gonna go first so Bryan could pick up some notes. Nope, they want Bryan to go first.
Yep. And by the
Found
way,
out very fast that Bryan
well,
does
my
not know
knowledge,
football.
my knowledge comes from what my friends who like football
me.
say.
Really
yeah.
me.
Well, no, but remember Jimmy Burke, all those guys.
Oh,
I
that's
mean, they're all freaks for football. I mean, they know football.
You haven't hung
deeply.
out with him very. I mean,
But I mean,
saying,
I've watched a lot of
when you're
games with
young.
those
Oh, I see what
guys.
you're
You
saying.
know, like Jimmy Burke would be like, "Now isolate the line. Look at the watch
no,
the
me and
center."
him talked
and all
all
that.
night
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
For me, I don't know anything. I'll like when I talk about Lawrence Taylor, I'm basically saying what Artie Lang would talk about. He loved Lawrence Taylor, so I just remember what he said. said, and I sound like I know.
No, you
what I'm
did
talking
fine.
about.
And the way they're gonna edit it and cut it, it'll go back and forth between me and you, and you're there to be comic.
But with
relief.
Peyton Manning, you asked me, I go best quarterback of all time. Now, why? Because I've only watched him, and oh, by the way, with Jimmy Burke, I'll quote him. I'll be like, look, I mean, bottom line is he's a field general. The guy calls his own plays. And he did it with pretty mediocre receivers.
Bryan says that. He goes, he did it with, he really didn't have anyone to throw to. I had to stop.
Besides,
I went, whoa, stop.
Besides,
Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, Dallas Clark.
like the best.
Great running
like
back.
Real,
phenomenal line.
All Hall of Famers, right?
I went, you guys got to stop. And they went, oh, yeah. And Bryan's talking about, I forget who. Oh, I didn't like this. They go, what do you think of Otto Graham? Old school Cleveland Brown, one of the greatest Cleveland Browns of all time, then went into management, coaching.
I was like, Otto's the best.
They asked Bryan, I go, what are they doing, man?
Yeah.
It was fun, though. It was the sound guy who worked at NFL Network forever, as Bryan was talking, I just look over at him, big dude, and I just hear him go, so frustrated.
It was great.
I started laughing so hard.
How about this? In the top 10, Terry Bradshaw wasn't on there. I don't know if he belongs there. I was like, where the hell is Terry Bradshaw? This is outrageous. I mean, give me a break. You don't have Terry Bradshaw in the top 10? I don't know what I'm talking about. But
that was fun, though. Dude, knock that one off the bucket list for me. What? NFL
cool,
Network?
right?
Dude, I grew up on
sweet.
that shit. I used to buy all NFL, their videotapes.
Your brother's such a hater, too. Your brother's like, Brendan knows a lot about football. Made some mistakes. Made some small mistakes.
The only mistake I made was I called Andre Rison Andre Reed because I was talking about him and Andre Rison getting a fight with Atlanta and all that stuff.
And Demarius Thomas or whatever you said.
Yeah, but I just said Thomas because I always mess up his first name.
Yeah. Demarius. That's kind of hard.
Yeah, it's a weird name, right?
Yeah, there are a lot of weird names.
That place was sick, though, man. That whole
yeah.
the building, everything.
Yeah.
They had some cool
history.
stuff.
It was like a museum.
Yeah, it was
like
a
real
museum.
history.
Cool stuff.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Great pictures. Those giant pictures of those, God, like AJ Hawk pulling Brett Favre's jersey off, basically.
Yeah, they had all iconic pictures all around, like huge pictures, like Jerry Rice running a route. They had the David Tyree catch. Like that. They had one where.
By the way, David Tyree.
It's Jim Harbaugh, and he's like squished between all these dudes. And he's like pushing through. It was sick.
Incredible. What a game.
Cool, right?
What a game.
That was a cool experience. The other cool thing we did on tour, not to go back, but we did the AOL live chat, who they've had superstars.
Everybody.
Everyone. Chris Rock, Beyonce. I mean, literally huge. When we got up there, because it's a live crowd, the workers there, the live crowd was all.
Who are these guys?
Who the fuck are these two?
But we made them laugh.
No, we made them laugh.
Yeah.
We said some funny stuff.
But I didn't realize that like 2 million people watched that.
2.7 million.
That's crazy. I had no idea.
Isn't
it weird that we're being watched by that many people? Like, I don't think of it that way.
You would shit
Thank
your
God.
pants if I told you that.
Well,
I knew that all along.
Probably I wouldn't, but it's just weird. It's surreal. You're like, how many people? What are you talking about?
Then we did the Howard Stern show, the after show. Would have liked to be on Howard Stern, but then when you look at the guests, they had Steve Martin on before us.
Yeah, we're not
there. We're not
really there
just
yet.
not there.
No.
We're just not there.
But I like Gary Delabate and I think it was John. What's the other guys?
Those guys are
good guys. Good guys. That was fun. That gets watched by. I got a lot of comments.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, "Dude, you're on the wrap up show." Like a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't see. Well, they asked me if I watched Howard Stern. I did. I grew up on Howard Stern. He was like, it's great when he had those girls. Remember he was doing all the titty stuff, and he had Beetlejuice and High Pitch Eric. That's when I watched it. When he went to Sirius, I kind of fell off a little bit. But someone told me I'm still on it. So they're asking me, like, before we went on air, like, certain question. I'm like, oh, no. I know, like, the Beetlejuice days.
Never listened to it once.
He's brilliant, man.
Yeah.
And especially, what's crazy to me is he's even more brilliant because he has these huge stars on, and he'll have an agenda, ask some dirt on him. And I'm like, I'm not answering that. And you'll see, he'll go, okay. Goes around question just to get back to it. And then they end up talking.
Wow.
Oh, he's brilliant.
I heard he's an amazing interviewer.
Brilliant.
Artie Lang, a little bit before I was going to get married, Artie Lang said on Howard Stern, the best guy I've ever seen, the best pickup artist I've ever seen was Bryan Callen.
Yeah.
My dad heard that because somebody told my dad. My father called me. I've never seen him like this. He goes, hey, you should tell your friends not to say stuff like that when you're about to get married. He goes, doesn't look that good. Like, he's old school.
Yeah.
Like,
so
don't be spilling the beans. Like, don't kiss and tell. Like, and my wife was like, I don't give a what?
I tell everyone that.
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, especially when I'm single, you want the best wingman on planet Earth? Yeah, the kid here.
Yeah.
could fucking talk this wall into leaving this place.
Yeah.
Like, what?
You gotta have somebody who can break the ice. A lot of guys are too
The
scared.
old icebreaker. The old
That's
1, 2, 3
all.
icebreaker.
I was trying to get my nephews. They're a little young right now, but he's 18. I'm like, go talk to her for God's sake. We teach you what to do. Go say hi to her for crying out loud.
Yeah, it is
We're on vacation.
What'd you guys do when we were gone? Did you guys miss us? Ev, what'd you do?
Cried myself to sleep every night knowing I wasn't going to see you guys for a couple days.
Cutie.
It was a rough time.
What'd you do this weekend?
My motorcycle exploded Saturday night, so I had to get towed from down from Mid-City at a cool 1:30 in the morning.
Why? What happened?
I think my carburetor's fucked up, so I got to get it rebuilt.
Do you work on it yourself?
Some things.
Well, let's stop doing that. Maybe leave it to the professionals.
This is it. No, I leave the serious stuff to the pros.
So were you on it? It's all
it just I
like Ghost
lost
Rider
power.
style? Oh, just lost
Ghost
power.
Rider.
Yeah. Then pulled it over, and then gasoline started spewing out of my air filter.
What were you doing at 1:30 in the morning?
I was just leaving my my mom's birthday dinner.
Damn.
That's code for a bar called Ramrod.
This place AOC.
What do you mean your
Have you been
bike exploded? You mean your cock exploded? On a guy's ass. No, I'm just
Yes, by that I mean Madong.
Dude, people were asking on the road, where the fuck's having the beard? I'm like, you shaved his beard, we fired him.
They're all like, boo.
It's funny, though. KK, what'd you do? Get on that mic. We haven't seen you guys.
I know. Yesterday I was at Disneyland.
Of course you were. You go there nonstop. Is it like you guys
I'm
like...
going next week too.
Do you love it there?
It's fun. It is really
What do you
fun.
do there when you go all the time?
Well, I didn't ride any rides yesterday. I just went to eat and then...
You drove down there for the food.
Yeah,
That's
it's
an
really
interesting
good food.
play. That's a very interesting play.
Yeah, I went to Goofy's Kitchen for a buffet brunch.
It's just you and
Do
your
you know
mom
what,
doing
you know what I
this
love
shit?
about Kay
No,
is
me-
that she's so different than I am. She's very girly, but she's also happy with the world and happy with. She's not complicated.
Kay's balls deep in Goofy's.
For me, I'd be
kitchen.
like, well, this is bullshit. Where do they get their food? How much? What are the prices? Look at
no,
all
you're
these
a
lines.
diva.
I'm
It's all
the
about
worst.
the experience for me. Like, it was my boyfriend.
You have a
and I's
happy outlook.
1 year anniversary. That's why we went. And...
Okay, well... So, hold on.
No, we're
for your
going
one...
we're going to Big Sur next weekend.
For your 1 year
Ooh, Big
anniversary,
Sur's
you're like,
beautiful.
hey, you know
No,
where we're going, babe?
That's
Where?
so cute, though.
Goofy's Kitchen.
It's pretty cute, though.
I guess it's a buffet.
No, it's not what you guys are thinking.
I would have broke up with you.
No,
It's not
so
what you guys
cute.
are thinking. It's really not. Anyways, my boyfriend was like, I like that you're not really like you don't expect extravagant things
Yeah.
on our
Ooh,
anniversary.
you fucked up.
No,
No,
I mean,
that's a good thing, though.
no, I mean, I like nice things. I mean, he got me a really expensive bag for Christmas, and like we're going
Sure.
on vacation next year.
Sure.
I mean, next
You're getting
weekend.
a dick in a box at Big Sur.
Hey, honey, welcome to Big Sur. Now,
It's a dick in a box.
good news and bad news.
Hey, good news and bad news. Bad news is you took me to Goofy's Kitchen last week.
yeah.
Good news is
Bad-
here's your gift.
That's right.
Good news.
That's right. Bad news is Big Sur was a little expensive, so couldn't really buy you a gift. But the good news is, open this box.
Oh, tiny little ring box. So, sorry,
Are
man.
you suggesting he has a tiny little ring dick?
Well, I don't know.
That's right. A ring can fit on this bad boy.
You had fun though, Kay.
Yeah, it was fun. Like I don't.
When are you
it was
going to
cool.
Big Sur?
On Friday.
Friday to Sunday.
Yeah.
Nice.
That'll be fun. Where's Big Sur?
Big Sur is
It's up north.
It's around San Francisco.
and it's beautiful, and there are big redwoods there. It is actually incredible. It's one of my favorite places. in the
How
world.
far outside San Fran is it?
It's like a 6-hour drive.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are driving.
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't want to
It's-
fly.
I want to fly to Monterey and
It's
just
kind of
drive.
magical, to be honest with you. You stop and you see the big seals and
Yeah.
elephant seals. I
Oh,
mean,
really?
elephant seals. Yeah, it's
I
incredible.
love elephant
Oh,
seals. I'm
we
sure there's
should-
great whites covered.
Oh
in
my
that thing.
God.
Great whites are dotted.
It's fucking that water
Dotted
is
with
dotted.
great whites.
When you hear about people getting bit by great whites,
there.
it's up there. Big Sur, not that. Oh yeah, when
Yeah.
you
Why,
surf.
if you're a great white, why don't you fucking hang out there? There's those fat ass elephants.
First of all, if there are elephant seals bobbing about and seals,
I'm headed there.
I'm not going. I'm not going in the water. I'm gonna watch them from the land. I'm not gonna go in the water.
Well,
though.
what I'm going to do is jump in the water with blood, and so I can watch those things get destroyed
Well-
by great whites.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine? Hey, what are you doing, man? Fucking entertaining, bro. Here we go.
That's like in San Francisco Bay, right where near Alcatraz or whatever. It was The
Fisherman's Wharf.
Fisherman's Wharf. The great white. There's a seal there, and a great white just went gadoosh and just knocked it out of the water and just took it down.
What
ate it.
a great evening.
Holy
Can you
shit!
imagine
Right
that?
there, a fucking great
How
white.
lucky. That's like a shooting star.
Jesus.
I swear to God, I go to Big Sur, I'm bringing a shitload of blood and chum in the water.
I know.
And then we're just going to have a cookout and watch these fat-ass element seals just get destroyed. Because they won't know. They're like, what the fuck's all the blood from? Run! Oh, kill.
Kill.
Okay, we're the only ones that can talk about this. Did you watch the Billboard Awards
I
last night?
sure did.
What was your takeaway?
I thought it was like half and half. Like some of the performances were good, but
You know why? Because some of them were from the younger, talented ones, and then some were from the older ones who probably have no business being up there, although they're great. Like Britney Spears got the Millennium Award. She kicked the show off. She looked great. She's still a
good.
dime piece. You can't just lip sync everything. And
it
then
was so obvious. It was so bad.
It was so bad because they tried doing camera angles and the lighting, so you couldn't tell her lips, but we could obviously fucking see it because of HD, and everyone in America really can see it. You can't hide it.
Damn.
But then you forget when she was going, "Baby, hit me one more time." Remember that? That was like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
The dancing's evolved since then. It was like she was just doing the robot
It
the
was.
whole time.
She was
It
so stiff.
awkward. So awkward.
So stiff.
That
She jumped on
sucks.
that big horse, and I was like, "Yes, please."
Really?
There's that Britney Spears.
I've always found her very attractive.
If you listen to the lyrics, they're like, holy shit, they really pimped that girl out.
Yeah.
It's just all about sex and being promiscuous. And
Yeah.
I was listening to the lyrics.
Baby, hit me one more time, I
Baby,
guess.
you can't do that these days. Ray Rice, like, huh? What did you just say? Hardy from the Dallas Cowboys. What? Do what? You want me to do what? Huh? I'll hit a bitch.
Well, I was sleeping. What is
Who put
that?
that? What?
You want to wake
I
him
was
up?
at a football game.
He's napping. Play that song one more time.
Any team Ray Rice.
Baby, hit me one more, huh?
Any team Ray Rice plays for, you can't play Britney Spears. Baby, hit me one more time. Ray Rice will jump in the crowd and sock a bitch. He will do it.
His hands start flying.
The heads will fucking splatter. Yeah, so she looked like shit. And then what's crazy to me is rap album of the year, Meek Mill.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Yeah, no
Kendrick
way.
Lamar, Drake.
No way.
Dr. Dre. Who the fuck's dick did he suck to win that award? Or did Nicki Minaj and someone a booty pic or something? How the
Probably.
fuck did that happen?
Yeah, how did that happen? I can't believe that guy won that.
Because you texted me, this is outrageous.
This is crazy that
How
he
the
won.
fuck did Meek Mill? Meek Mill
Meek
can't even win a rap battle, let alone
Yeah,
album of the year.
seriously.
Yeah, Meek Mill. You should have gotten the Meek Mill Milk Award.
There you go. I think
guy who doesn't know
I think
anything
they did
about-
it just
never
to
even
create
heard Meek
controversy.
Mill's name.
I think they did. He
Probably.
dates Nicki Minaj.
'Cause
they did it just to create
He got
controversy.
murked with the Drake battle.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
And then
Drake
Meghan
battle?
Trainor. If I'm managing Meghan Trainor, hey man, she's basically the Amy Schumer of singing. You can't have her up there trying to dance like Rihanna. Just sing.
I
Right.
think that
Just fucking sing.
I think her dad is her manager.
Hey dad, you're fucking fired. Hey
Or
dad.
he's always with her, so
Okay.
he probably's like, you could do it, girl.
Anyone
No, he
who's in your
can't.
circle who says wear that tight of clothing
Yeah.
and sing and dance like that, you're wrong.
Can
you need to take a
I need
page
some
out
visuals. Can you pull up some visuals on
of,
this? So
you
I
need
can,
to take a page out of Adele's book
Yes.
and just show us your talent singing.
Yeah.
Just fucking sing.
Dad's love can cloud over a lot of.
Well, Brandon's love is real.
Yeah.
Quit doing that shit.
Yeah.
Whoever's doing your dancing techniques, you fired.
It's bad. It's just like uncomfortable to watch. She's
fired.
just there.
It's so tight and
So weird.
She's just not much of a dancer. Oof. Oh, that's terrible.
And she's all,
And she's wearing like this like sequence dress. It's like
hey,
no.
hey,
Is she a heavier set gal?
yes,
Yes.
but she can sing her ass off.
As in how
It's-
much
the-
heavier
No, she
set?
looks like she's lost a little weight, so she
She's
has
put-
a smaller waist and just like thick thighs.
If it goes Adele, her, Amy Schumer.
Okay.
yeah.
I think Amy Schumer's sexy as fuck, but I think it goes Amy Schumer,
Yes. Meghan
Trainor, and then Adele.
Yes.
Let me see her.
Obviously, Adele's by far the most
Oh,
talented.
she's sexy. Yeah, she's got hips on her, but she's heavier, but she's sexy. I mean, yeah. But I hear you. Yeah, she's not your typical
that's a-
wafy. She's not your typical wafy CrossFit.
Well,
not a CrossFit chick,
the
she's not
competition's. Well, here's a better one for you. The competition's tough.
Yeah, it's a tough competition.
Oh yeah. Well, let's bring Rihanna
She's a
up after
bigger
that
girl.
to dance her
Yeah.
ass off.
Yeah.
Or let's put
Oh
up
my God,
fucking Chris Brown.
Rihanna's performance though was so good. Did you like it?
Yeah, she can work this dick. She's amazing.
All right, man.
She's so good.
Dude,
Sorry, bro. That's
come on,
too
man.
much.
We're running a family show here. I can't hear.
Yeah,
you
we're
do
such
this.
a family
Yeah,
show.
she's just a.
You get the point, B. Yeah,
She's got an hourglass. Got an hourglass figure.
plus some.
Yeah.
Not
She's
an
got
hourglass, I would
You know
buy.
what she is? She's a plus model. That's what it is.
That's maybe.
Yeah.
That's tough.
But anyway,
It's fine that she's
so
big.
talented.
It's just that she can't dance.
No,
Like,
why
even
make
if
her
she
dance?
was skinny, she just sucks at dancing. She should just
who had the best voice? Would you say?
Demi Lovato.
Demi Lovato.
Why Demi Lovato isn't bigger than all these bitches, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Demi Lovato is by far the most talented girl right now.
Really? Let me hear her
She
sing.
destroys Ariana Grande. She
Yeah.
destroys Meghan Trainor. She
Really?
destroys Rihanna.
She's so good.
Can we get a clip of that?
This girl,
Of her singing?
every performance she's had, and whoever's
Yes.
managing her is doing it right because every performance she has, there's no gimmicks. It's her and her talent. She gets up there, there's a fucking guitar behind her, and she wrecks the crowd.
Really?
She did-
It gives me, she's the one talent that gives me goosebumps when
Yes.
she sings.
Damn.
She's amazing.
She
Damn.
sang. Look up one of her songs. It's called Stone Cold. Every time she sings that acoustic, it's so good.
hear
She
it.
did the
doing it
carpool
now.
with James Corden,
Mm-hmm.
and she went on the street, and James was playing the drums, and she just sang on the street and would just like belted out one of her songs.
This
Really?
girl, I'm telling you, this
She's
girl
got
is a
pipes.
talent that I'm
Yes.
telling you, man. Why she's not even? I mean, obviously she's big. It's Demi Lovato.
Well, she's
but
she's doing a tour now. She's touring with Nick Jonas in the summer, which Nick Jonas could sing too.
he
He's
can
pretty
sing
good.
his ass off.
Yeah.
This is live in studio. Stone Cold.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Well, that's a commercial you're airing right now.
Gotta wait for the commercial.
Can you
video.
skip it? Oh, it's Nemo too. I kind of want to see this.
I want to see
Oh, me
Nemo
too.
too.
You see,
I
that's
badly
Disney. I
wanna
saw
see
the
it.
trailer yesterday at Disney when I
Really?
was drawing.
There's a bunch of movies coming out that look good. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Sign me the fuck up.
Stay tuned.
How dare you?
You should go towards like the end when she like really.
Dude, just let her hit it. Let's just take a moment of silence there.
Pretty too.
Yeah, she's a dime piece.
Stone cold, stone cold. You see me standing, but I'm dying on the floor. Stone cold. Maybe if I don't cry, I won't feel any more. Stone cold, baby.
Just warming up. B. She's just warming
Wow.
up. B. Fast forward to where she's belting though for us.
Yeah.
Fast forward to do it justice.
Don't wanna be
Here we go.
stone cold,
Here she goes.
stone. I wish I could mean this, but here's my goodbye. Oh, I'm happy for you.
Damn.
Oof. Live,
Damn.
there's no one better.
Yeah.
To
so
me,
good.
talent wise,
Damn.
yeah, man.
She's
Damn
good.
it.
Go on,
Lovato.
brother. Yeah, she's a beast, man.
I need to know these things because
Yeah.
I want to go buy all her music.
Yeah, be nice if you were kind of up on
I should
current
know that.
shit.
I love. There's some. There. You know what's funny is when you're older, you figure.
You're like listening to
Well, but
Johnny
you
Cash
don't
and
give
shit.
young talent its time. It's part of being. It's part
like
of being
sports,
older.
But it's like sports.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, you want to talk about Larry Bird?
Yeah.
Cool. You know what LeBron James would do with Larry Bird?
Exactly.
Like the times evolve. Talent gets better.
It's true.
But there's so much now and there's so much stimulus.
She's standing on the
'Cause
shoulders of the people that
Before it was tough, you know, if you're Johnny Cash or you're Prince or someone, there wasn't like they were superstars. Now there's just so many people and there's so many ways to
They
do
grew up
stuff.
watching those greats,
Yes.
and they grew up mimicking, and now they're doing their own thing. So you hear her, and you know, it's just like it's incredible.
me,
It
she's
is.
the
It's
best.
actually an evolution in many ways, at least instrument-wise. Like you hear her voice, and you're like, oh my Lord. She's probably been practicing that since she was fucking 3, or at least hearing it. You know,
And
hearing the best.
she
it's
was
been.
in rehab because she was anorexic and she used to cut herself. So that was like,
Ooh, so she had some angst.
yes.
She was a little crazy.
So she got over that, and
Nothing wrong with being a little crazy.
I dated a very talented musician who was that way. Not that way, but she was. She had her demons. Yeah, very talented people sometimes, and you see this somehow with genius. People I think who have huge imagination and feel very deeply and can access those feelings. I think tend to have a very hard time negotiating many spaces in real life.
Yeah, like you're talking about the daily life like routines. Like
Yeah.
They really fit in.
Yeah, Marlon Brando, who I played you. Like Marlon Brando was so beautiful when he was younger.
Talk about a dime. I have no idea.
Oh.
So I know Marlon Brando, Godfather.
Oh, no.
You remember he was in Dr. Monroe's Island? Fat as fuck.
Yeah.
That's how I know.
No.
Bryan showed me, what movie was that?
Streetcar Named Desire.
A black and white movie? He's
He's the most
me.
beautiful man. And by the way, he changed everything as an actor. He was revolutionary. When you study acting as long as I did, the king was Marlon Brando because he changed. There's a famous story.
How old is he in that?
27. There's a famous story about Marlon Brando. When he was in acting class, Stella Adler tells the story, and she said, "I want all of you, the whole class. You do these exercises in acting class." And she said, "I want all of you to act like chickens right before a nuclear missile hits, and everybody gets up and they're like, bog, 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 and they're bog, 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 and they're running around and doing all this stuff. And Marlon Brando was just sitting there. And at the end of the exercise, she said to Marlon Brando, "What were you doing?" And he said, "I was laying an egg." And she said, "But there's a bomb is about to blow you to smithereens." He said, "What does a chicken know about nuclear fusion?" And he thought very differently. But when he came out on stage in the 50s in Streetcar Named Desire, acting was so stylized. It was so stylized. And when he came out on stage as Stanley Kowalski, and he was all sweaty and muscular, people in London thought a drunk stagehand had walked on stage. They went, "This isn't acting." They'd never seen, it's all stylized. Well, I'm here now, and I will do this. And you practice voice, and you practice using your voice, and everything was very stylized like this and very big.
Yeah, I like that.
And Brando came in, and he was making you reach. You talk like this, you could barely hear him sometimes. You're talking like a real person.
Yeah.
He brought reality to the stage. And nobody had really done that. When
weird.
he was done in London among the high society, which is very un-British, people were screaming. They were screaming. They were like, well, remember, theater was like big movies back then.
Oh, yeah.
And in London, they could not believe it. They were screaming at the top of their lungs.
Did he die?
He died. And what
Why
happened?
did he get so big?
So Elia Kazan tells a story. Elia Kazan was a great film director. He directed On the Waterfront, Streetcar Named Desire. I mean, all the great movies, and was a great stage director as well. And he kind of found Brando in many ways. Yeah. And when he wanted Brando to do a movie, he came to his house, and Brando wouldn't leave the house. And it was I think 2 days before Martin Luther King was assassinated, or it was 2 days after Martin Luther King was assassinated. And Marlon Brando came out, and he was in his underwear, and he collapsed on the ground and started to cry. And he said, "I can't take this, this fucking world. I'm an actor, and it's stupid. I'm not making a difference. It's bullshit. I make believe, and I make money. It's not a man's profession. This beautiful man, Martin Luther King, was assassinated." And he couldn't take not only the injustices in the world, but he also couldn't take the fact that he couldn't do anything about it. Yeah. When he refused the Oscar for The Godfather, he had a Native American go up and accept it. And because he said, and she said, he refuses to accept this award from Hollywood because of the way they depict Native Americans. Damn. This is back in 1970, 72 or whatever. So Brando wore his heart on his sleeve, he died of just obesity. He destroyed himself. He destroyed himself. Yeah, he destroyed himself. He also had 11 kids by about 11 other women. He was a complete mess.
Hey,
fucked everyone.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. Owned an island.
I gotta do some more research on this guy.
We owned an island in Tahiti, in right near Bora Bora. It's called Brando Island.
Damn.
Yeah. Or I think it was that. That was the island. Yeah.
He was amazing dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, good looking.
But a lot of
what a good looking dude, man.
Yeah, beautiful. Man. A lot of great artists, like a lot of really great people whose expression had such an impact, were always people on the outside looking in. There were so many, like William Inge and Tennessee Williams, the great American playwrights, were gay, and they were living in a time when they couldn't be gay. Of course, it was actually dangerous. But they wrote. How'd they write? They wrote from the point of view of women in love with beautiful men. Mm-hmm. And so anyway, you see this with great musicians, great conductors throughout history. What
to
I always
that great, they're usually not like everyone else.
That's right. And remember what I always say, Brennan.
I forget. When maybe it was one of the fan questions. I said typically if everyone's doing it, you don't want to do it.
That's right.
If the masses are doing it,
that's
you generally don't want to eat like that.
Oscar Wilde.
You don't want to dress like that.
Oscar Wilde, the great fucking great writer, said, everything popular is wrong. and in a way, he was kind of right. And that's why I always say to people, and you've heard me talk about this, protect the weirdos, guys. Protect the queers. Protect the whoever thinks and acts differently. Protect those people, man. If the guy wears his hair over one eye and he's a weird, you need them. They make the world more interesting. It's what makes our culture so worth living. That's where great music and great art and great fucking weird expression and painting comes from.
Fashion,
well, look at,
movies, art.
People, especially fashion. I used to always make fun of fashion. I did that all through my 30s.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking the fashion world. The fashion world, it makes the world so colorful. If we didn't have people who thought so differently than me, who could like put together shit and create trends, we'd just be boring. I always thought, I always thought dressing cool and too stylized was subversive. I had a problem with it. It's ridiculous. It's my prejudice. It comes from my 1950s white male, imprint.
Dude, have you ever dated a girl who's just not into fashion? Date a girl who dresses like shit. It's the word. Hey, man. It's a problem. It's a huge problem.
Yeah.
It's a huge
Well, let's just say it this way. Let's put it this way.
Let's
put it this way. There's nothing like seeing a woman who can really put it together with 3 articles of clothing. Yeah.
Oh, and also, if she doesn't have style dressing herself, let's say she becomes your wife, your house can look like shit too.
Yeah, that's right. That's very true. Aesthetics. It's called aesthetics.
Oh, and then your kids are going to look like shit.
It's called aesthetics. It's called having an eye for shit. Some people can just put stuff together, and I'm not one of these people, but some people can put stuff together. You walk into their house and you're like, God damn, how did you think to paint that wall that color? And how did you think to put that over there? And how do you put yourself together? There was a woman I knew who was an interior designer. I had never seen her. I knew her for a year. Every time I saw her, she looked like a piece of art and classy. I was just like, how the fuck do you do it? Well, that's what she did for a living. She could see proportion and color. You're pretty good with that.
I love it, yeah.
Yeah.
Obsessed with it.
Did you guys see Kanye on Ellen?
He gave her a pair of Yeezys, right?
Yeah, but he went on this rant. He went on this huge rant about, well, first they did an interview, and in his interview, she would ask him questions, and he would just answer with like one word, like, oh, do you want kids again? Perhaps. Like, just kind of being like,
coy or a little glib.
Yeah, and then he went on this rant about like just Kanye being Kanye, and it was so awkward. All these memes about it now because Ellen's
was it
just
cool
there.
or like sometimes
No, it was
when
cool.
he talks, it's cool, and you're like, man, that's a pretty badass statement. And sometimes I'm like, fuck, man, he's weird.
I thought like the interview part was, I was like, why are you being a dick for? But then that's just Kanye. But then his rant, I really liked what he said.
What did he say? What was he saying?
It was just more of like how don't be, basically what you were saying, how you have to be creative all the time and don't go with the masses and just be your own person.
Yeah, it's not easy.
It
ain't easy to do, and you're gonna fail a lot. And I think Brennan and I always talk about this. It doesn't matter. Keep moving forward and keep adjusting your approach. I think, dude, we talk about these quick get rich quick schemes and these success fast. I actually, and of course, you and I know it's all bullshit. I think the only way to do it is you keep trying, you make your mistakes, you keep adjusting your approach, you get closer and closer until finally you get pretty damn good at it. I mean, I don't know any other way. I just don't.
Let's do some current events with Evan the Body, the Beard.
Yeah.
Well, no more beard.
Let's current event up here.
Let's current event the up.
Let's do it. First current event that we're going to do today. 450,000 condoms have been ordered for the athletes in the Rio Olympics.
Oh, they get loose. That's every year. Every year they have for the village, the Olympic athlete village, because they don't want whatever freaking STD would spread amongst those athletes from all over the world.
Yeah.
Can't have that.
No.
So they dish out a shitload of condoms.
There's a lot of testosterone, a lot of nice bodies going on, and a lot of single people because they only train.
With them, though?
Who?
The NBA athletes. We don't do the village. You can come get this dick over here, though.
Is that right?
No, they don't stay in the same
How
village.
come?
Because they're ginormous stars.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And they could clean up, huh?
Well, they're still cleaning up. You just can't do it next to the McDonald's with the polo team that's in next to you. You gotta suck this dick over here.
I'd walk over to the gymnastics team and be like, hey girls, when you get tired of the 5'3" white guys, check this shit out.
I'd head on over to that sprint team.
Ooh.
Hey, let's make some X-Men, baby.
Man, the sprint team, the gymnasts who are older, obviously, they got to be 18 and over.
The gymnastics, they're so small.
They are a little tiny. They're a little tiny, and they're a little too young.
And they peak at 17.
That's a problem. No, I need some women. I need some 21-year-old gymnasts who are about 5'5". Now listen.
Need some volleyball, the sprinters.
Volleyball, they've got some tail pieces on them. And the sprinters, forget it. I'm not mad at the 400. I'm not mad at the 400 girls either.
You ever seen the USA sprint team?
Yeah, years I have.
And the Australians, they got an Australian pole vaulter that will
Ooh.
bust your
There are
nut.
some Russian pole vaulters that'll just make you bust.
Russia's not going to be there. They cheat
that's
too
right.
much, and they caught up with them.
Cheat a little too much.
Yeah.
But
like
you
the
got the
attitude,
but you got the
With
pole
Brazilians,
vaulters.
with the Australians.
How about the soccer players? Yeah.
Oh, of course.
But of course, well, you got some sexy athletes. And by the way, please don't count out the divers. Not crazy about the swimmers. Big shoulders.
The divers.
Not my type. I'm too light in the ass for the
The
swimmers.
divers, they can't have any
For
curves because you got to go right into that water.
Oh,
So there's
okay.
no tailpiece. Because
that's
it go
true. That's
kadoosh
true.
in the water.
I got a little problem with
Like
that.
Nicki Minaj jumps off that thing, it's going to cannonball that
It's gonna
ass
cause some
into the
problems.
water.
She's not winning any diving.
no-
contests.
you're not
Nicki
fitting right in there.
Minaj ain't winning any. First of all, she teeters off. She can't stand straight. She just goes flying off the fucking
Can't have
ass
that.
first.
You come right in like a salamander. No curves.
And now Nicki Minaj will displace all the water in this pool
Yeah, you
with
can't
that
have
booty.
that. Every time she jumps in, it's a cannonball. What else you got, Ev? But of course, she sent a shitload of condoms.
And 175,000 packets of lube.
What?
That's it.
Who sponsors that? Trojan?
Ass fuck?
Ass fuck sponsors it. It's the
Assbang.com.
the IOC. It's from the IOC, the Olympic Committee, the international.
Bunch of
committee.
perverts, obviously.
They know what they're dealing with.
Hopefully,
Nah.
they got cameras set up
You
in
just got a lot of
every room.
testosterone. You got a lot of
Girls, too.
high-level athletes. Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to get loose.
Also, when you train like that, you don't have time for a social life. So you get there and you're like, time to do some fucking.
Well, you for sure
How
focus
great
on
is
your
that?
job. Yeah.
'Cause once your
Sure,
event
win us
is
some
over-
medal and then suck some dick. But
Yeah, once your event is over, I think you just get to hang out and rock and roll.
rock and roll.
Get
Free
down.
McDonald's too.
Gee whiz.
Chicken nuggets and dick.
How cool is that?
Welcome to the Olympics. Get your Big Mac on the way out. Go and stroke Kevin Garnett's dick.
Oh, God. Stroke that bad boy. Kevin Garnett, who touches more people than anybody else.
Well, you
weird?
said it was Kevin Durant.
I mean, Kevin Durant. Not
Who is
Garnett.
it though?
Kevin Durant.
Anyways, what else you got, Ev?
Let's talk about Chris Weidman. He pulled out of his title fight with Luke Rockhold.
Yeah, it must have been really bad. If you guys look it up, he had a huge bulging, I think, vertebrae or something like that.
Yeah, C6 and C7s.
It was really bad. He thought he could get an injection. That's how tough this guy is. He didn't
Jesus,
say anything.
that's in his neck.
Thought he could get an injection. You know, he wrestled forever. He's been fighting forever. So he finally caught up to him, but he thought he could get an injection, just, get the inflammation out of there and continue to fight.
No.
But they're like, there's no way, man. You keep doing this, you're paralyzed, basically. So just a little rest, maybe some surgery, and he'll be back in no time. So now you got Bisping versus Rockhold.
Yeah.
It's tough because we've seen that kind of fairly recently.
Yeah.
But and for Bisping though, man, it's about time he got a title shot. But this isn't the way I wanted to get it.
I'd love to see Tim Kennedy get in there.
That ain't happening. You can't be as outspoken as Tim Kennedy and get a title shot. Plus, he lost his last fight, so it doesn't make
He
sense.
did lose his last fight.
Can't
He's
do
not
that.
around anyway. He's overseas.
Yeah, he's overseas, but believe me, Tim would come back and
He would
Tim will
take it-
fight
he'd
right
take it on
now.
a day's notice.
Yeah, he'd take it on a day's notice.
But with Bisping, it's tough, and Jacare couldn't take the fight because he's injured. So I'm so happy Bisping finally got his title shot. No one's more deserving, especially what he's given the sport,
Yeah.
what he represents for England and all that stuff. But on 12-day notice?
It's on June 4th.
I mean, it's tough, man.
Quick.
2-week notice, maybe?
Not
It
a
just
long
sucks
time.
to get a title shot that way because chance of him getting it again, not good.
Yeah. It's,
And Rockhold, it's just a tough fight, man.
You see-
I don't see that card doing well number wise.
hey, Luke, please don't kick him on that side of the head. He needs that eye.
Well, last time he kicked him in the head and choked him out.
Yeah.
Hit him with that one-arm guillotine.
I remember that.
Yeah, one-arm guillotine.
Wasn't
And
good.
then
Wasn't pretty,
who's
man.
the co-main event?
Co-main event is Faber
Uriah.
Cruz. Yeah, it's Faber Cruz.
Does nothing for me. I
See-
love both those guys. That does
Yeah.
nothing.
Does it do nothing for you because you think Cruz is going to beat Faber up pretty easily, or
I don't know. I'm just not excited about it,
Right.
which is very strange for me. I love both those guys. Uriah's one of my
I was thinking
favorite
about how
people on
tough
planet Earth.
Uriah is. Like nobody's ever, with the exception, I guess, of Aldo, but nobody's ever really. I mean, he always brings it no matter what. He's always just losing or he's just a scrappy motherfucker, man. He's so tough.
Yeah, fighting for the world title.
Breaking both his hands against Mike Brown. Remember that when he was throwing
Against
elbows?
Aldo.
Well, Mike Brown, he broke both his
He was
hands.
throwing elbows. That's right.
Yeah, and he was throwing these crazy. And I said to him, I go, "Had you ever done that?" He goes, "Not really." He goes,
What else you
"I was
gonna
just
do?"
throwing my elbows." I was like, "God
Yeah,
damn!"
I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I'm not excited for that one. I don't know why.
Because probably just because they've been promoting that rematch for years and just injuries keep delaying
Like
it.
TJ Dillashaw, Dominic
season of
Cruz
the-
is sick.
Yeah. That season of The Ultimate Fighter, though, they were supposed to originally fight after was what, like
A while ago.
5 years
Yeah,
ago?
I think I'm just over it. It's like,
Yeah,
all
you're
right,
just
man.
like, you're over it.
All
You
right.
feel like you got honey.
Obviously, by the way, the UFC really picks and chooses whether or not the champion, when he loses, gets an automatic rematch or not. I mean, they're just like, yeah, TJ, no, thanks. You're the most exciting fighter, and we've seen it in a long time. But and thanks for winning. But now you're obscure. And now go ahead. Hey Aldo, thanks for the 10 years. Thanks for the 10 years. But you got knocked out. You don't get to redeem yourself. Thank you. See you later. You take a seat for a year and a half. And then I guess Weidman, Rockhold. Yeah, let's do him. Let's do them though again. There's no consistency.
Well, you're shooting a show with Dana White. Maybe tell him in person.
I'm going to.
You're not going to do shit.
I'm actually going to ask him.
I
that.
guarantee. Well,
I swear to God.
Not like that. Excuse me, sir.
Dana,
How do you
let me
decide
ask
the
him.
title
I'm
fight?
helping Dana
He's going
White.
to tell you, and you're going to go, yes, sir.
I'm helping
by the way.
Dana White and Matt Serra and what's his name?
Nick the Tooth,
Nick
who
the
I
Tooth
love.
do stand up.
I love Matt and Nick the Tooth.
Yeah, I'm going to
man.
help them do stand up.
Dude,
They asked me to
for
come
the
in.
show.
I'm looking for a fight.
Looking for a fight. Yeah, Brian's doing that.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
But the thing is,
that's right. The Laugh Factory asked me to do it. I was like, all right. I love Matt Serra too. I mean, I can't wait to see him. I haven't seen him in so long, so it'll be fun. Be interesting for me to teach them stand up. I think they have a day.
when are you doing that? In June, right?
Saturday, and then they perform. Yeah, it's June 4th and 5th. So during the day,
When do we go on Ridiculousness?
the 20th,
Of June.
June 20th. I'm excited about that.
Me too. Love that
Yeah,
show.
it's gonna be good. I'm always afraid I'm double booking.
What else you got, Ev?
ESPN is airing a 30 for 30 on Ric Flair. Does that do anything for you?
I mean, Ric Flair's a legend in the wrestling world. I wasn't never balls deep in that world.
Yeah, Will Sasso has to take this one from here.
Yeah, Will's gonna be so excited. I'm sure a lot of people are excited.
We could actually call him.
I'll watch it for sure. I'll watch it for sure, and then I mean, it'll be different. But I'm not like too crazy. What else you got, Ev?
All right. We'll do the UFC's aiming to change the weigh-in, the whole weigh-in process now, and it's going to go into effect for the first time at UFC 199. So they're going to do a mandatory check-in before the weigh-in. The weigh-in, as it stands now, is basically going to exist as just like a cool public spectacle. Like they're going to keep that, but the real numbers important weigh-in part is going to happen beforehand. It's going to happen at, I think, 10 o'clock in the morning, for whatever time zone it's happening at, so everyone has the same amount of time to deal with. And you have to weigh in. You have to come into that week. You have to do a couple of different weigh-in check-ins, and you can weigh at the most 8% over your target weight. So if you're coming into a fight week at heavyweight, the most you could possibly weigh in at would be 289.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of weight. This is nothing new. I hate to shit on their whole concept here. Whenever so you get to the fight on Tuesday and you weigh in on Friday, right? On Tuesday they make you weigh in to check how far out you're out. You're out.
Oh.
Burt Watson, I don't know who does it now, some slapdick, but Burt Watson would always check on you. Even me as a heavyweight. As soon as I touch down in Vegas, California, Brazil, wherever, you weigh in to see how close you are to your weight.
Wow.
And then they weigh in the next.
And you want to always be within 10 pounds.
I never cut weight, Brian.
Right, no, I'm
but,
saying.
But they just want to make sure you're not, 30 pounds over it. But even if you are and they got to weigh you in, they want to know and they're checking on you all the time.
Right.
This is nothing new. This is just a
Some people
marketing
don't
ploy.
make weight. A lot of times it's not that big a surprise.
No, everyone knows.
Yeah.
They know. They know for most part.
Yeah.
Like a guy be close, like fucks me close. They know if he doesn't, they're upset. But I guess weighing in earlier is cool because then the guys aren't dying by the time they get to the weigh-ins at like 2 or 3 o'clock.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
that's cool. That's the benefit. Weighing in early is the benefit. That's cool.
Yeah, so a guy like Connor.
But hold on. If you weigh in at 10 a.m. and then the spectacle's at 4, when you weigh in at 4, you still have to maintain that weight? Or do you just get up and they go 130, what you were in that morning, no matter what?
I don't know.
135.
We'll have to see how that goes down in execution.
Yeah,
We'll see.
it's interesting. Not that big of a deal.
I will do one more current event then. This is just this is an interesting headline. Swarms of octopus are taking over the oceans. So basically what's going on here is cephalopods, which are the
Cephalopods, yeah.
cephalopods, which is the
Cuttlefish,
the genus
octopus.
octopus belong to and all these other similar animals, they go in like boom or bust periods, and they're in like a gigantic boom right now. So octopus are fucking running shit in the ocean.
I
right
love
now.
me an octopus.
They can open jars, right? There's
they're
that
smart.
famous story of the dentist who had a beautiful octopus in one tank and a bunch of beautiful, very expensive tropical fish in a tank across the room. And the tropical fish started to disappear. And he's like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Set up a video camera. The octopus was coming out of the tank, crawling across the fucking living room, crawling up and getting the fish, eating the shit out of it,
Tight move.
and then going back into his tank.
Hey man, what happened?
What?
How cool is that?
How about the brain on that thing? That's kind of amazing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna crawl
they
on
say,
land.
They say they can feel like your intentions, or like can feel
Right.
what you're thinking. So I was in Hawaii,
right.
and this guy like was like, check this out, and he like poked, not hard, but like poked in this hole, got out a big octopus. I'm obsessed with these animals, and he put it right. He goes, feel how strong they are. It was like maybe this big,
Yeah.
not that big. He wrapped his tentacles all around my arm. I was like, holy!
All
I mean, it
muscle.
was just like, douche. And he says they can tell like what you're feeling, what your intentions are, if you're trying to kill him, if you're a threat.
That's right.
And he just chilled. It was so cool. Wow. It was
I
so
read
cool.
that. I read that they can actually sense your facial. They learn facial expressions. They can learn your facial expressions and whether or not you're you have an aggressive face or a happy face.
Yeah,
That's
and so he goes, this octopus can tell whatever you're a good person. Guy might have been honey dicking me, but he goes, he can tell you're a good person because look at him. And he was just floating all around me. He was cleaning on my neck and face, and we couldn't get him off. Then he gave him to my brother, and he darted off. Then we killed him and ate calamari. So, no, I'm just kidding. We didn't kill him. He was brilliant, though.
Then we smiled at it and it was like, oh, and then I stabbed it in its
and then
fucking
I bit
eye with a
its
knife.
fucking stupid head off.
That's a big head.
Yeah,
Lot of ink.
You were wrong, bitch.
A lot of ink. A lot of
I'm
ink.
a fucking killer.
They'll ink you.
Oh, I love them. Love them. What else you got, Evan?
And apparently they play. They play with each other.
That's it for fanny
dude,
questions.
I love
Or,
me an
sorry,
octopus.
for currents.
I love me an octopus.
Yeah.
They're one of my favorite
They're
animals.
also delicious at Scopa.
I don't eat it.
I do.
Oh, I don't like the squid ink, the black ink they put in there.
When I lived in Greece for 3 years, and
Ooh, they love
used
them
to-
some octopi.
Ooh, you would see them because the octopus are too hard to chew, so you have to tenderize them, and you'd watch these dudes beating those octopus against the rocks, just kadoosh, for an hour.
do that.
I know, for 1 full hour.
You got a dropping knowledge for
I
us,
do.
buddy?
I thought I would. It's pretty apropos to what we were talking about before, and I don't usually do this, but I got a great quote by Teddy Roosevelt, and I think you'll like this very much. And it's about critics versus people that do. And I'm going to read this to you. It's a famous quote by Teddy Roosevelt that has been quoted many times. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes up short again and again because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat.
Yeah, it's
cool,
like
right?
no one cares what right?
That's right.
The lion doesn't care what the zebras say about
That's
it.
right,
They don't
brother.
give a fuck.
That's right.
So, and dude, so like I always post motivational workout videos or like keto kid stuff, and I don't see a lot of them. My brother take care of it. Some of the comments on there, man, it'd be some out of shape dude who'd be like, "Yeah, too bad you were never champ." Slow footwork, something like that.
Yeah.
When I was younger, would bother the fuck out. Now, it's almost like, good God,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It's just these sheep yelling.
That's
just
right.
these sheep yelling. I'm like, bro,
That's right.
if I go to your Instagram, dude,
But-
you're 300 pounds out of shape.
Yeah.
You're commenting on. I was a professional athlete for 10 years. Is that not weird to you?
Look, and also
How weird is it?
That's
It used
relevant
to bother me,
anybody.
but now I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
When I see him, I don't get upset.
You're a
I'm not
monkey in
going,
the trees. You're a monkey in the trees shouting at a lion. The important thing is to think of yourself that way, and it doesn't matter. Just take action and keep trying. Failure is so inconsequential. Of course you're gonna fail. Of course it's gonna be hard. Of course, like it's what we were talking about before. But just take the first step and just keep moving forward.
But you got to take risks because no one likes the guy who just stays stable, caution everything. No, I'm not doing that.
Right.
No one who's ever acted like that has ever done shit.
That's right.
Ever.
That's right. It doesn't mean you have to be brash and crazy.
Maybe, but if you are, fucking embrace it.
Yeah,
man.
but just take action and just keep trying.
Stand for something.
Yeah.
Don't be just a guy.
Get into a jiu-jitsu class. Take up an instrument. Do something, man, where you're actually taking an action every day. It'll change the way you think.
But
man.
don't be a critic on social media.
Yeah.
There's no bigger loser on the earth.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know that.
Criticism.
If you get on people's social media and you spew out that negativity, I'm telling you, as soon as you do that, you need to look in the mirror and just go, fuck, what have I done with my life?
Yeah,
man?
you know what I respected about George
I stopped reading them. I don't even read them.
They interviewed George W. Bush, and I've never been a big admirer of George W. Bush, but what I respected was they said, you haven't once criticized Barack Obama. And he said, it doesn't do any good. I said, what do you mean? He goes, it just doesn't do any good. It's a really difficult job. So what is my criticism of him going to do? The guy's got his hands full.
Yeah,
I'm not helping my country. I'm not saying you don't voice your concern or you should criticize your government, of course.
I'm going to hate on him, though.
But it's just interesting how, you can be careful with criticism, man. It takes a lot of pressure off yourself.
But also, again, that was my whole thing with Conor. He took that risk to fight Nate Diaz at 170.
Ballsy. That guy's ballsy.
All the stuff that's on the line for him, and then people want to hate him. No. You know the size of balls that the guy took a huge risk.
That's right.
It didn't pay off. Okay, since when do we make fun of people who take risks?
You're right, buddy.
What world are we in, man?
You're right.
What fucking world are we in?
That's a form of that's called expressing gratitude. Like I believe in what has always bothered me was when people were disrespectful of effort. When people were were unfairly critical or even just blindly critical of anybody who puts themselves out there, whether it's an athlete, whether it's an artist or whatever, because it's so difficult to do that and continue to do something. And of course, you can have missteps. And I think that part of expressing gratitude, which is a very important aspect of life, is the idea of recognizing effort and praising and acknowledging effort. You got to give it up for some people, I'm not talking about, that was my problem with Dan Bilzerian. I'm not going to praise that because for me, I look at that kind of thing as just self-promotion.
He's also full of shit.
He's full of shit.
He's a con
peacocking,
artist.
and I'm not, you're
basically tough to be our friend.
You're celebrating yourself on Instagram. I don't give a fuck.
You also don't stand for anything.
Exactly.
What risk have you taken?
You don't stand for anything.
You came from a rich father. Get the fuck out of my face.
Exactly.
So you have an Instagram where you have hot chicks and guns. Get the fuck out of my face.
Exactly.
I don't have time for this.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for this. You don't think me and Bryan can post that shit? I don't give a fuck.
He's got his shirt off doing bad Muay Thai on a bag. All right, dude, you're a stocky guy, and come on, get in the ring. It is what it is. But anyway, yeah.
Let's go to fan questions.
Let's go to fan questions. We agree on that.
All right. First fan question is from Locks Beats. Is it mentally harder to prepare for a fight or for a sold-out show?
Completely different. I thought it was funny. I saw Jay brought it to my attention. Again, I don't really see the social media comments, Instagram comments. And I posted a picture of me and Bryan, I think in front of a crowd like this. And some guy put, hilarious, Shab doing these sold out shows. I heard he's nervous as fuck when he does his open monologue. Ha ha, loser.
Oh my God. Hey, bro, get up in front of 900 people and do stand up after you've done it 10 times, you moron. Oh my God.
How funny is that?
Genius.
Hey. And then I go to Jay. I said, "Did you look at the profile?" He goes, "Yeah, man. It was like some big fat nerdy guy." I'm like,
wow.
What is wrong with these people?
He's got problems.
Anyways,
that's okay.
Hell yeah, I'm nervous as fuck. As far as it's just different because in the UFC when you're ready for a fight, bro, you're gonna get hurt. And those guys are really, really good. It's a different kind of pressure because fans expect to see a good show. And I just have one of the best comics in the world sharing the stage with me, so I gotta carry my weight, man. So
I don't know how you do it. I'd be so nervous. I remember how nervous I was when I first started, and you're getting up there and doing stand-up in front of 900
I love it,
people
man.
at the
There's
World.
nothing better than me.
Crazy.
Especially once I get going, they start laughing.
and
I'm
pulling
like,
it off.
Here we go, baby.
God damn.
I fucking love it. To me, it's better than winning a championship fight. To me, it's
Well, why?
it's
Because
better
900
than-
people are flipping out for a full 2 minutes before you can even speak.
In Philadelphia, I could not get the standing ovation, them slapping the floor.
God.
I could not get a word out. I was like, "Hey guys,
How great
gotta get
is
started,
that?
man?"
I was like, hey, man, I want to get out there. This is incredible.
Never had that as a fighter. Not even close. It's brilliant.
Nobody
man.
has that. Nobody who's an actor has that. Robert De Niro doesn't get that. Or
Well, he would
Brad
if he
Pitt.
did live shows. They would.
If they did live shows,
Yeah.
but they don't get it.
Hey,
What I'm
bro.
saying is when you do live shows.
Oh, I know,
you
you get that one-on-one interaction.
And even when you do a play, you don't get that. That's crazy.
To me, what those live shows to me is the most rewarding, and I mean the love to have one-on-one. Who has that one-on-one interaction with their fans? We can actually.
Oh, why?
take
Because
this to
we're
them.
selling out theaters.
It's
I don't even know what
weird.
to say about it. It's so nuts. Anyway,
Yeah.
it does make you feel very lucky.
So loved.
and
Finally.
lucky.
So
I
loved.
feel so lucky.
I just want to get better at stand-up, keep adding to it. So I'm nervous for both, but this means more, man, because Bryan and I own this ship. The UFC I didn't own, and people were never there to watch Brendan Schaub fight in the octagon. They were there to see the whole card. So it doesn't even compare. Big difference.
Beautiful.
What else you got?
All right, next question. This is for both of you guys. Do you have any tips for a virgin first time?
Guy or girl?
Guy.
There's a big difference there.
Um,
It's not all it's cracked up to be. I remember my first time, I was like, well, okay, not great. I swear, the
See, I thought it was
pornos
incredible.
jade you. Well, because you were older, right? So
Yeah.
you got to remember, I saw porn. I was like, oh, shit, it's about to go down. You want me to money shot your face? She's like, what? The fuck? Should I throw it in your ass, or should I go balls deep? How are we doing this?
I like that. Should I throw it in your ass like you could just throw it in
Well,
instead of?
I'm used to pornos. Hey, you want my friend to come in, hit you from the front while I'm in the back, or you want to bukkake this? How are we doing this? You want me to get the lights on? Hey, man.
Virgin Talk. Virgin Talk. Here are the fighter and the kid.
Yeah, and the girl's
Another
like,
episode of Virgin Talk.
girl's like-
oh, my friend hit you in the front.
the girl's like, what do you mean money shot? I'm sorry. You want to throw it in your mouth? Like, come, hey, man.
Oh, my
it's our
God.
first time.
That's fucking-
And nothing like the movies.
That's hilarious.
It's like getting in a fight and thinking you're going to fight like fucking Brad Pitt in Fight Club.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
It don't work like
it's
that.
more like, blah, 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 what just happened?
Oh, my
It was
God.
dry.
It's like a
I had
fight. It's
condom
like a
on,
fight. First time you get in
And
a
I was
fight.
all, well, I can't go as fast as I thought. Didn't last that long. She's not that big of a freak. Doesn't look like the porno girls we used to seeing.
Just take your time. Take your time. Take your time and
It's kind of a hot mess.
take your time. And again, maybe it goes back to just everything's a process.
Foreplay, my man.
You don't have to.
Foreplay.
You don't have to knock it out of the park the first time. Just do it.
Nah, look for that double. Look for a nice single hit, maybe even a bunt. I had a bunt
That's
my
all,
first
just
time.
a bunt.
I'm just trying to get on base.
Just
I'm
bunt.
trying to get in there.
You just look at her and go, "Hey, I'm gonna bunt. I'm just gonna bunt."
Hey, I'm not exactly the I don't know if this is baseball. I'm not exactly the Barry Bonds of in the bedroom. I'm more of a bunter.
And don't say, "I'm gonna bunt your."
I'm gonna bunt your face.
No, I'm gonna bunt your.
Okay, I'm gonna bunt your butt.
No,
I'm gonna bunt this butt.
I'm gonna bunt your cunt.
Okay,
How did you not know that's what I was going for?
I knew it.
I'm a
didn't wanna
rhymer.
say it. I wanted you to say
I'm
it.
a rhymer. Hey, how about Jay? How about Jay? We were doing all weekend. We were doing like bad burns, like crappy burns. Like, hey, Brennan, the women's store needs their shirt back. I got him. Right, we're doing that bad burning, and so Jay looks at Brennan.
Oh
and
no,
goes,
I was rapping.
Yeah.
I was joking around rapping for him. We were waiting for the thing, and I was like,
And
rapping.
Jay Schaub, Brennan's brother, goes, "Hey, you a rapper?" And Brennan goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Then wrap those lips around this dick." And he's laughing for real for a minute. I was
That's
like,
hard. I've never seen him laugh. So he's like,
I'm like-
tears. We were like,
I was like, "Hey,
me and
Jay."
Bryan were dead serious, just watching him crack
"Jay,
up.
did you think that was a good burn?" "Hey, man."
He was like, dead serious, and we were like, "You
I was
done?"
like-
He's
I
all,
was-
"Oh god, that was good." I was like, "All right, man. All right, man."
Hey, it kind of makes it funny that he laughs afterwards because I was singing "Sunday, Bloody Sunday," and Jay goes, "Does YouTube sing that?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Let's keep it that way, okay?" And he's happy. I was like, "That was funny."
So funny. What else you got, Evan? Jay's a beast for a tour manager, right?
The
He's
best.
really turned into a monster.
He's the best.
Goes early.
And I will never have him without. I always
the
want
best.
him around.
He's always worried because me and Bryan are pretty loosey-goosey, you know? Like, we got to the airport 30 minutes before our flight, and Jay's like, we're going to be late, we're going to be late. He's like the rabbit with the clock. We're going to be late, we're going to be late. I'm like, calm down, man. If
greatest.
we're late, we'll get on the next flight.
The greatest.
No, that's going to cost money. Then we got to do this. I'm like, relax.
He's so
You
good,
with me
though.
and Bryan.
He's
We'll
so
figure
good.
it out.
There's something about some people like that I can have around all the time. I never get tired of
And
it.
his boy
I
Jason.
prefer having him around.
Oh yeah, and his boy Jason Miguel in New York with us.
Yeah, Jason. Jason's quiet and sweats a lot in the head, but he's a great guy.
You've never seen a guy so
Filipino
like,
guy.
Oh, he asked about Kay. Yeah, he likes you. He's like, what's the deal with Kay? I'm like, she has a boyfriend. He's like, oh, serious? I'm like, pretty serious. They go to Goofy Island.
and
They go
her
to Goofy
boyfriend's
Island for
Filipino.
their anniversary. That's how serious they are.
Yep. But meanwhile, he never stops sweating in the head. His
He
head
looks
is
like Mark
almost-
Hunt, but way smaller.
Yeah. Not that much smaller.
Well, he's definitely smaller.
Yeah,
he's
Mark's
definitely
big
smaller if you've seen Mark. He will not stop sweating. I mean, we're talking just hanging out. Beads.
Yeah.
Oh, how about our boys from The Greats, Shoes? They came to our live show, then went to dinner with us after.
Yep.
We working on a collab.
We're working on a collab
We're
with the
going
Greats.
B-Shop collab, firing the kid.
By the way, we're
Greats.
gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call them up and get some of them shoes.
They were great, man.
Yeah.
We're just talking about their brand, ours. It was brilliant. Ryan, all those guys, they're great, man. They were all
Good guys,
just
man.
good people.
Good
I
guys.
love seeing them.
Yep.
What else you got, Ev?
Bryan, do you remember when you did your play in New York, and how nervous were you, and how did it go?
Your first play,
My first play, I was terrified.
like major play. You're terrified?
Yeah, because I didn't know how to act, or you're trying something, and I think it takes a long time to learn how to be yourself on stage.
But you're also comparing yourself to the people you see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, and if you want to see great actors, go to New York and go take a look at some of those unknowns on stage,
Yes.
off Broadway and Broadway.
Brilliant.
Go ahead and take a look at
Brilliant.
those guys. Yeah.
And then you know where the standard's at, and you know what people are used to paying for. That's like our show. I'm not comparing us to those legends. I'm saying when you go to a comedy show and you've seen just these monsters.
Yeah.
Well, Bryan and Brendan, you paid for this ticket, damn good money. We got to give them a show.
In theaters where Springsteen and people like that have played, where Bill Burr, where Louis C.K., where you name it has played.
the biggest, yeah.
The biggest names there
It's
are.
cool, man.
You got to bring the money. You got to bring some heat.
You got to bring some
And
fun.
I think that I will say with full confidence that if you come to a live show, as you did,
We will
I
knock
think
your dick in the
everybody
dirt.
They laughed hard for an hour and 15 minutes straight.
At least, 2 hours almost.
Yeah.
Dude, when you sat on stage, when you're like, you know how Philly is, you want to fight, and then, I'll have your mom working at the fucking car wash with her tits like this. I spit out my water on stage. I was laughing so hard. Remember that?
I'll turn your house into a car wash. Your mother's washing my car. Tits are slapping around. I don't tip her. That's how guys
Dude,
talk.
He did that because we were talking about Philly. I was laughing so hard.
I'll punch you so hard I'll kill your fucking dog, bro.
You turn your fucking house into a car wash. Have your mom's wash my car, tip slapping back and forth. Like, dude, I was fucking dying on stage. It's rare I lose it. I lost it that night.
Oh my God.
What else you got, Ev?
All right.
Last
did you? All right. Let's do.
Make it a good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
All right, as you guys grow more and more comfortable performing on stage together, has it ever crossed your mind to bring Fighter and the Kid live shows to a comedy festival or share the stage at a gala with a number of other comedians?
Well, we
Trying
did.
to change up the live show format a little bit.
Nah, well, because we did. Zanies was part of Vince Vaughn's comedy tour, and then in November we're looking at doing a big comedy. We're supposed to be involved in this comedy festival. I think Toronto's a comedy festival. We do these festivals, but as far as changing the dynamic, it's tough, man, because just like on this show, when we have a guest, it changes the dynamic. Unless it's a friend of Bryan and I's, change the dynamic. You don't get Bryan and Brendan. You get kind of a more reserved. We ain't talking about fitting Bryan's dick into a girl's mouth for 2 hours. We can't be ourselves, I feel like, if we don't know the guest.
Yeah.
So as far as bringing them up on the stage, we've never done that. We've talked about bringing Rogan on or Rappaport on stage, but again, we've never done that format. And for us to try it with a sold-out crowd, dude, it's a big risk. It could backfire.
Yep.
Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Boom. Trying to think. For everyone asking, the East Coast tour tees are on sale on tfatk.com right now. Philly, New York, and Boston. Those tees are available. tfatk.com. If you didn't get one, we sold out at every venue, which is nuts. We've never done that before. So those are available online. Next week, we have new TFATK shirts dropping. We have Abbott Kenny Fight Club vintage tanks dropping.
Ooh.
And then we also got the Keto Kids.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they're pretty dope. Keto Kid tees dropping as well. So we're releasing the Force.
Come see me, Helium, in St. Louis, June 9, 10, and 11. Helium Comedy Club.
2 shows a night, be or one?
Yeah, my buddy It's 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, 1 show Thursday.
Nice.
Come check it out. It's going to be good. I'm bringing heat. I got all new shit, and I'm very excited.
And the Fighter and the Kid 3D series is now available for purchase on iTunes as well.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Really?
Yes, sir.
I didn't know
Get
that.
your
And
T-Fat K.
Is my special available?
I'm not sure if the special's available on iTunes, but all the episodes are.
We should make it available, shouldn't
All
we?
the
We'll
3D
figure it out. We'll
episodes
talk
are.
about that after this.
All right.
But T-Fat K 3D available on iTunes, people. If you haven't seen it yet, you're missing out.
You missed now.
T-Fat K 3D on iTunes. Booyah. This is The Fire and the Kid. We're out.